to get the allotment of satsang house in the name of Satnam Singh. Satsang house was located in Sector 2 of Pillai, and that quarter was allotted in the name of Baba Pyara Singh Padda by the Steel Plant Authority. Satnam Singh is the son of Pyara Singh Padda. When Sant Ji was working at Pillai Steel Plant, then satsang usually was held on Sundays, turn-wise in all the houses. Baba Padda Ji requested Sant Ji that rather than holding the satsang every time in different house, let us designate one house as a satsang house. Then onwards, satsang was started to be held every day in Sector 2 in Baba Padda Ji's house. Satnam Singh, after completing his middle school education, came to Pillai in 1963. Later his marriage was also solemnized in that satsang house only. Later on he kept living there with his family and continued to serve the Sangat. When Baba Padda Ji was to retire, he was aware of the fact that he would have to vacate that quarter. So to keep the satsang program continue in that satsang house, he filled an application for the allotment of his house in the name of Bhupinder Singh Patia, son of Sardar Madan Singh Patia. After filing the application, Baba Padda Ji along with Sangat of Pillai came to village Bariar because Sant Ji was also coming there to avail his leave. Actually, Sant Ji wrote a letter to Pillai Sangat that he was proceeding on leave and Sangat should decide whether he should come to Pillai or go to Bariar village. Sangat wrote him a letter and told him that this time he should go to village Bariar and whole of Pillai Sangat would come to Bariar village to meet him there. When they reached Bariar, Baba Padda Ji told Sant Ji that he was retiring in the near future, so what should be done about the satsang house? Sant Ji asked Baba Padda whether his son had got the job or not. He said that his son was employed in the steel plant. Then Sant Ji said that it is always the son who inherits father's property and said that he should get the allotment done in Satnam Singh's name. But as per the rule of the plant, Satnam Singh was not eligible for the allotment because he was newly appointed and thus was falling short of the time period required to be eligible for the allotment of a house. Now God was to fulfill the word of a saint, and things started happening in such a way that many others also got benefited. The Lord Almighty started the process in His own way. The newly appointed General Manager, Mr. Jain, after assuming the charge, called a meeting, in which all the erstwhile managers were also invited. So Inderjeet Singh also came to attend the meeting. Baba Padda Ji had been the driver of Sardar Inderjeet Singh before his retirement. When Inderjeet Singh came to attend the meeting, he inquired about Baba Padda Ji from the vehicle department of the plant and asked them to inform Padda Ji that he wanted to meet him. He sent a car to satsang house to bring Baba Padda Ji, but he was not at home at that time. When Baba Padda Ji came back and came to know that Sardar Inderjeet Singh was staying in a hotel in Pillai and he had desired to meet him, he immediately got ready to go. Bhai Kapoor Singh told Baba Padda Ji that time has come for the fulfillment of Sant Ji's word. When Baba Padda Ji reached the hotel, Sardar Inderjeet Singh was coming out of the hotel. Both of them met on the stairs of the hotel. After exchanging the Guru Fateh, the first question asked by Sardar Inderjeet Singh was, "Has your son got the job?" Babaji said that he had got the job, but the problem was that of the allotment of a house in his name. He is falling short of the time period required for the allotment. Sardar Inderjeet Singh asked if he had filed any application. Baba Padda Ji said that he had already filed an application in the name of Satnam Singh after Sant Ji had asked him to do so. He handed over that application to Sardar Inderjeet Singh. After this very brief meeting, Baba Padda Ji came back to his house. Even after 1.5 months, nothing could be known what exactly had happened to that application. Everyone was quite worried. After 1.5 months, Baba Padda Ji got a letter in which it was written that the application had been handed over to GM Mr. Jain and the job would be done. In the meantime, another development took place. In one of the meetings of the plant management with the union representatives, it was decided that in those cases where the time period of the sons was falling short for the allotment of the houses, time period for their father's job could be added and the allotment could be made in their sons' names. With this decision, a lot of people got benefited and are still being benefited. All that was nothing but the power of Sant Ji's words. The satsang house was ultimately allotted in the name of Satnam Singh. To designate Satnam Singh as a Sevadar, servant, instead of Jathedar, president of Pillai's Sangat. After the retirement, Baba Padda Ji permanently shifted to his parental house in Punjab at village Padda. Then onward, Satnam Singh, along with his family, started living in that satsang house. After Baba Padda Ji left Pillai, the demand started arising that Satnam Singh should be made Jathedar. But he would always refuse and time just passed by. Sant Ji, along with Baba Padda Ji and whole of the Jatha of Damdami Taksaal, reached Pillai. Satnam Singh's wife, Joginder Kaur, talked to her father-in-law, that is Baba Padda Ji, about Sangat's desire to make Satnam Singh the Jathedar and told that nothing had been decided by that time. When Sant Ji was involved in deep meditation at village Padda at their tube well, God provided Satnam Singh an opportunity to go there along with Master Shingara Singh. This has already been mentioned in this book. As per the routine, Sant Ji, after coming out of his hut, used to eat something and then would go to the other place for meditation. Sardar Arjun Singh used to accompany Sant Ji to that place. On that day, Satnam Singh and Master Ji were going along with Sant Ji. On the way, Satnam Singh started the conversation and asked Papa Ji that Pillai's Sangat wanted him to become Jathedar. Sant Ji, in a loud and reprimanding tone, said, "Who is that person who says that you should be made Jathedar?" Master Ji was walking on Sant Ji's left side and Satnam Singh was on the right side. Satnam Singh candidly said, "The one who is walking on your left side is always on the forefront, from amongst the Sangat, to say so." Papa Ji again forcefully said, "You are not Jathedar, but only a Sevadar." He said, "Let him make Jathedar to whosoever he wants to make, but you should remain only a Sevadar." Master Ji kept quiet and Satnam Singh was happy in his heart that Papa Ji has bestowed him with a new designation, that is Sevadar. After 2 to 3 days of this incident, Pillai's Sangat also reached there. Papa Ji, after he was finished with his 40 days of intensive meditation program, first of all, he went to a small one-room Gurdwara situated nearby along with the Sangat and said, "Time will come when a whole lot of people, Sangat, will start visiting this Gurdwara and it will come up as a big place for meditation." Now there is a 7-story building of that Gurdwara and a committee is formed to run its affairs. Thus the word of Sant Ji has been fulfilled. Then he went to the house of Baba Padda Ji to meet Mata Punna Ji. Sant Ji asked Mata Ji to bring a hand-woven white cloth called Reja. When she brought one, Sant Ji said, "It is small in length and will not cover your feet when you will leave this world." Then she brought another bigger one. Sant Ji was sitting in the veranda on a bed and the rest of the Sangat, including Satnam Singh, was sitting either on the chairs or cots. Mata Ji gave ₹20 to each and every one of them as a mark of respect for the Sangat. On refusing, Papa Ji asked them to take the money and told them to ultimately hand it over to him. All that money was used to install the first cooler at village Bariar. Sant Ji called Baba Padda Ji in the hall and embraced him and said, "Pai pakha fera pani tova teriyan sangatan da," meaning thereby, I would blow the fan and would bring water for the Sangat. After blessing Mata Punna Ji at village Padda, Baba Ji along with the Sangat went to see mother of Bibi Gurbakhsh Kaur at her village. Just when they were about to move from there, Satnam Singh said, "Papa Ji, my in-laws are just near this village," and requested to go there also. Papa Ji strictly said, "We are not to go there at all." Satnam Singh kept quiet and all of them reached village Bariar. Daily satsang program was started, as it used to be on the earlier occasions. Bhai Satnam Singh and Master Ji would daily take Papa Ji to the nearby fields, and they would spread the rice straw on the ground so that Sant Ji could sit there comfortably. Even today, when we remember those golden moments and various incidents, we feel elated. A few more incidents as described by Satnam Singh. Bhai Tanna Singh told me, Satnam Singh, that Sant Ji is engaged in deep meditation at our tube well at my village. Only Baba Padda Ji and Pillai Sangat are allowed to go there. Everyone else is barred from going there. He told me that Papa Ji produced celestial sounds on Hadnad so loudly that it could be heard up to the Gurdwara situated nearby. Listening to such things, I was excited and decided to go to Punjab and see for myself what exactly was happening there. After the satsang at Pillai was over, I shared my thought with Master Shingara Singh Ji and told him that I was going to Punjab the very next morning. He also got ready to come along with me. When we reached village Padda, on the way we met my auntie, Tai Ji, and after that straight away we went to the tube well. Auntie told my mother that Manga, Satnam Singh, has come but has gone straight away to the tube well. My mother didn't believe that and said it was just not possible for me to go straight away to the tube well without meeting her. But my father told her that he was to go there and he has actually gone to the tube well. At night, satsang was held in which myself, Master Ji, my uncle Taya Ji, Arjun Singh, Baba Padda Ji and Papa Ji were the only sangat. Papa Ji was singing the hymns and all of us were repeating after him. After he finished the Shabad, he asked me, Satnam Singh, whether Guru Mantra was being recited at Pillai's Sangat. I said yes, it was being recited. Then he told me to recite the Guru Mantra along with the Sangat. At night, I, along with Master Ji, slept on the ground just outside Papa Ji's hut under a mango tree. In the morning, when all of us were taking tea, etc., Sant Ji asked Master Ji whether he could hear some sound in the night and what that sound was like. Master Ji said yes, he actually had heard the sound and it was like the sound produced by a firecracker rocket rising up in the sky after being fired. Sant Ji asked that from where did he think that sound was coming. He said that it was coming out of his Sant Ji's neck. Then Papa Ji explained that such sound is produced when mind's concentration is extreme and it starts moving up, then only the blessed ones can hear that sound. Arjun Singh, who was sitting nearby, asked Papa Ji that when he goes up through mind's concentration, then how does he come down? Sant Ji just started laughing and simply said that he just comes down like that. Prem Palita Surat Hawai Gola Gyan Chalaya Brahm Agan Sahje Par Jali Ekah Chod Sijaya. I have made divine love the fuse and deep meditation the bomb. I have launched the rocket of spiritual wisdom. The fire of God is lit by intuition, and with one shot the fortress is taken. A person from our village, perchance, came to our tube well. Sant Ji was sitting on his chair. He asked Sant Ji, what are those four materials? Char Padarat. Sant Ji sang the following verse from Sukhmani Sahib. Char Padarat Jeko Magga, Saat Jana ki Seva Lagga, Jeko Apna Dukh Mitave, Har Har Naam Hriday Sadgave, Jeko Apni Shobha Lore, Saad Sang E Haume Chore, Jeko Janam Maran Te Dare, Saat Jana ki Sarni Pare, Jis Jan Ko Prabh Dars Pyasa, Nanak Take Bal Bal Jasa. One who prays for cordial blessings should commit himself to the service of the saints. If you wish to erase your sorrows, sing the name of the Lord, Har Har, within your heart. If you long for honor for yourself, then renounce your ego in the Sad Sangat, the company of the holy. If you fear the cycle of birth and death, then seek the sanctuary of the holy. Those who thirst for the blessed vision of God's darshan, Nanak is a sacrifice to them. Whole of the Pauri stanza was recited. He was fully satisfied with that. Arjan Singh asked him whether he was having any other question to be asked, but he just kept mum. Sant Ji called Bhai Manjeet Singh Ji of Ganga Nagarwale to village Padda. He used to meditate there. In the afternoon, Bhai Manjeet Singh Ji asked Sant Ji that the way he tells them to recite the Guru Mantra now, how was that different from the earlier method with which they were accustomed to recite the same? Sant Ji said if he traveled by air in an aeroplane, and on the other hand in a bus or a train, which do you think would reach first? Bhai Manjeet Singh said, it is quite natural that the aeroplane will reach first. Sant Ji said, just that much is the difference. To salvage unlimited number of souls at village Bariar in 2018. As told by Puaji, Sant Ji's sister, she along with Bibi Gurbaksh Kaur was sleeping on a double bed in the house of Bhai Kashmir Singh during the month of Asu or Katak, vernacular months. Papaji took Puaji away by putting her in a cradle-like swing. She was taken in all the directions up, down, left and right, where already dead people were making all sorts of noises in pain and agony. When she got up in the morning, she asked Gurbaksh Kaur whether Papaji took her also to various places and whether she also felt as if she was swinging in some cradle. Gurbaksh Kaur said that nothing of that sort had happened with her. Then Puaji said that she was taken to various places amongst the dead people and she felt as if Papaji has decided to take her along with him. Just after a few days, Puaji's health started deteriorating. She grew quite feeble. A few of the vertebrae of her spine got dislocated and she was unable to move at all. All the time she would keep on lying on the bed, so much so that she was unable to perform her urgent nature calls herself. In those very days, only Gurbaksh Kaur got visa to travel to a foreign country and just 2-3 days before leaving, she came to meet Puaji. Puaji asked her not to go by leaving her in that condition. The rest of the Sangat also requested her to stay back. She was confused as it was Sangat on both the sides. On one side she was being called by the Sangat and on the other side Sangat was asking her to stay back. Ultimately she left the decision on to the Sangat itself. Then Sangat at Bariar talked to the foreign Sangat and her trip was postponed by 3 months and she was asked to stay with Puaji. As time passed, Puaji started recovering and was able to walk around slowly. Now a lot of ghost souls started coming to Puaji and would ask her to salvage them. Not only that, they also started troubling Puaji. Puaji would often ask them who was sending them to her. They used to say that Kartar Singh, Sant Ji, was sending them by saying that his sister would salvage all of them by asking Chamkaur Singh, Sant Ji's elder son, to do the needful. Puaji would tell them why they don't go directly to Chamkaur Singh and ask him to help them. The ghost souls would tell her that they were quite afraid of him because he threatens them, so they can only request her to tell him. In the month of May or June 2018, Puaji said that all the 10 gurus graced her with their blessed darshan, vision. Elaborating the darshan, she described that 4 out of them were decorated with kalgis, tufts on their heads, and the rest all were with round turbans on their heads. One of them was just a child and was very cute looking. After bestowing their blessed vision, they said, "They have come to allay the miseries of the tortured ones." Then all of them went inside the Gurdwara. After that incident, the wandering souls who were not salvaged started coming to Puaji. She wondered that people who had died some 40-50 years ago, Papaji was locating them and sending them to her. Whenever they would trouble Puaji, she would simply tell them that she was going to complain that to Chamkaur Singh. They would plead not to tell him as he would beat them with a stick and they were all afraid of him. When their numbers started increasing with every passing day, then Puaji deliberated with Chamkaur Singh and a Sahaj Path, slow recitation of Gurbani was initiated. The first Hukamnama, first commandment of Guru Granth Sahib Ji was Bilawal Mahalla Panjwa. सर्ब कल्याण किए गुरदेव, सेवक अपनी लायो सेव। बिघन न लागै जप अलख अपेव, धरत पुनीत भई गुण गाए। दुरत गया हर नाम ध्याए रहाओ, सबनी थाई रव्या आप। आद जुगाद जाका वड प्रताप, गुर प्रसाद ना होए संताप। गुर के चरण लगे मन मीठे, निर्विघन होए सब थाई बूठे। सब सुख पाए सतगुर तूठे, पार ब्रह्म प्रभ भये रखवाले। जिथे किथे दीसह नाले, नानक दास खसम प्रतिपाले। The divine Guru has blessed me with total happiness. He has linked his servant to his service. No obstacles block my path. Meditating on the incomprehensible, inscrutable Lord, the soil has been sanctified, singing the glories of His praises. The sins are eradicated, meditating on the name of the Lord. He Himself is pervading everywhere. From the very beginning and throughout the ages, His glory has been radiantly manifest. By Guru's grace, sorrow does not touch me. The Guru's feet seem so sweet to my mind. He is unobstructed, dwelling everywhere. I found total peace when the Guru was pleased. The Supreme Lord God has become my Savior. Wherever I look, I see Him there with me. O Nanak, the Lord and Master protects and cherishes His slaves. It was decided to complete the Sahaj Path by 20th July 2018, and the Pog ceremony would be held on that very day. As per Buaji's saying, all the ghost souls rejoiced that now their salvation was in sight. Their number kept on swelling, so Puaji asked Chamkaur Singh to prepone the Pog ceremony to 15 July 2018. The ghost souls would talk to Puaji and would tell her that it was just 5 days after which they would achieve salvation. When they would be asked to tell their names and addresses, they would tell everything in detail to Puaji. Pog ceremony was held on 15 July 2018. Only around 10 people were present at that time. Normally the ceremony is held at around 6 am in the morning, but Puaji asked to delay it as she would also be coming to the Gurdwara along with all those ghost souls. As soon as the Pog ceremony was held and the Ardas was being performed by Chamkaur Singh, and when he said, "Satgurji bless all these souls who have come here and salvage them forever," a commotion sort of movement was felt in the hall. Bhai Vishal Singh, Kathavachak, and Manjeet Singh from Amritsar, who had come to participate in that Pog ceremony, both of them could feel as if a lot of movement was going on in that hall. They felt as if they were being pushed aside and they were trying to save themselves, as one normally does when he is in a big crowd. Bhai Vishal Singh even could hear a sound as if an aeroplane was taking off. It happened 3 times, as if 3 aeroplanes took off. Both of them were quite astonished at what exactly was happening in that hall. Later on, Puaji also corroborated the same statement, that Paiji, elder brother Sant Ji, has taken 3 planes filled with souls to Sachkhand. She told Chamkaur Singh that his father has salvaged innumerable number of souls. Puaji was looking quite pleased on that day because she had witnessed a great happening with her inner vision. All the souls started the commotion even before listening to the Hukamnama, commandment of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, which was Tanasri Mahalla Panjwa. Bandhan te छुटकावै, प्रभु मिलावै, हर हर नाम सुनावै। अस्थिर करे नेचल एह मनुआ, बाहर न कतहु तावै। है को ऐसो हमरा मीत, सगल समग्री जियो हियो देओ, अरपो अपनो चीत रहाओ। पर तन पर की निंदा, इनस्यो प्रीत न लागै। संतह संग संत संपाखन, हर कीर्तन मन जागै। गुण निधान दयाल पुरख प्रभ, सब सुख दयाला। मागै दान नाम तेरो, नानक ज्यो माता बाल गोपाला. Is there anyone who can release me from my bondage, unite me with God? Recite the name of the Lord, Har Har, and make this mind steady and stable so that it no longer wanders around. Do I have any such friend? I would give him all my property, my soul, and my heart. I would devote my consciousness to him. Others' wealth, others' bodies, and the slander of others. Do not attach your love to them. Associate with the saints, speak with the saints, and keep your mind awake to the kirtan of the Lord's praises. God is the treasure of virtue, kind and compassionate, the source of all comfort. Nanak begs for the gift of your name. O Lord of the world, love him like the mother loves her child. This way, the salvation of the souls was done by reciting Gurbani. When Puaji used to ask them whether or not an Akhand Path was performed in their names after their death, they would say that Path was performed for every one of them. She disclosed another fact that all those souls who came to her had achieved salvation, but for 2 of them, who are left here to serve her. A few words as described by Bhai Kashmir Singh Bariar. I was going with Papaji to Amritsar for his eye checkup. I requested him to explain that, while he was at Chopra's house, why did he recite Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru in a sound mimicking the crying of a child. He said, "Listen, my son. Whenever a newborn is taken away from her mother's breast, he cries loudly." So it was almost a similar situation. The verse says, Ram biyogi na jiye, jiye tabara hoy. One who is separated from the Lord does not live. If he does live, he goes insane. I said, "But you are always in unison with Sadhguruji." He said, "No, the seeker passes through 2 kinds of situations. One is when there is difference, and second is of oneness. In this condition, he is always in front of God. But if the seeker is separated, maybe just for a while, he feels immense agony and pain. Only he can explain that situation. Nobody else can even realize that pain. At the most, what people can say is that he has lost his mental balance." Kashmir Singh said that he was brought up by Sant Ji and remained with him for 38 years. Many a times he might have been reprimanded by him, but the very next moment he would shower immense love on him. He said that he owed every bit of his life to Sant Ji. Candidly, he said that if he was able to fly, the wings were provided by none other than Sant Ji himself. He says, "We both brothers are lucky enough as we enjoyed the love and affection of Sant Ji. Not only he gave them education but also arranged employment for them and helped them in business too. Everything was made possible with the blessings of Sant Ji." The verse says, "Hum rulte firte koi baat na poochta, gur satgur sang kire hum thape." I was rolling around in the dirt, and no one cared for me at all. In the company of the Guru, the true Guru, the worm, have been raised and exalted. I, Kashmir Singh, got an opportunity to visit village Padda. As has already been discussed in detail about Papaji's intensive meditation at Bhai Pyara Singh Padda's tube well in village Padda, where, but for polite Sangat, nobody was allowed to meet him, Bibiji went there, at which Papaji showed his displeasure, though she went there in an urgent situation. I was in brick kiln business at that time, and I was suffering great losses in my business. Bhai Tanna Singh came to me from village Padda, and then both of us went to Bariar. On reaching there, Bhai Tanna Singh started meeting the family members, and I went to my room, which was quite clean. I took off my turban and kept that on the shelf. Just when I turned back, I saw a lot of blood was splattered in the room. I got frightened and called Bhai Tanna Singh. He too was quite astonished to see that and asked me to accompany him to village Padda and said that it should be conveyed to Papaji. I told him that nobody was allowed to go there, but he insisted me to accompany him. I agreed to go, but only with the precondition that I would stay back at the village and he alone would go to Papaji at the tube well. If he would allow, only then I would come there. So I stayed with Mata Punnaji and Paiji went to the tube well. Papaji was just sitting there and he said, Why have you come alone? Go and bring him also, whom you have brought along with you." So I got the permission and went to see Sant Ji. I was lucky that I got the chance to serve him and also to sing the Kirtan. The Kirtan was performed by taking turns. The essence of that time cannot be explained in words as per the verse. Kehbe kao sobha nahi, dekha hi parwan. I cannot describe its sublime glory. It has to be seen to be appreciated. From there only, me and Bhai Tanna Singh were asked to meet Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Bhindranwale at village Sarhali near Taran Taran and hand him over 5 almonds and 1 rupee coin. When these things were offered to Sant Khalsa Ji, he just kept quiet for some time and then tears appeared in his eyes. He said that Sant Ji was great and even greater was his strenuous meditation. I came back and stayed at village Padda for a few more days as per Papa Ji's wish. I was asked by Papa Ji to call the sweet maker Kashmira of Mikiyanwali. As per the direction, I went and came back along with Kashmira to village Padda. Sant Ji arranged all the materials and all sorts of sweets like besan, barfi, etc. were prepared to be distributed amongst the Sangat. The sweet maker had to stay there for 2 days for preparing huge amounts of sweets. That period perhaps was the most magnificent period of my life when I could attend that Sangat. Sant Ji told Bhai Tanna Singh that he actually had done a good job by bringing me along with him and proclaimed that henceforth all my troubles would just vanish. At Gurdwara Rampur Kheda, me, Kashmir Singh and Bhai Tanna Singh requested Sant Ji to build a Gurdwara. Papa Ji along with the Sangat went to Rampur Kheda. At night when Papa Ji was sitting alone with Bhai Tanna Singh, then me along with Bhai Tanna Singh requested him that a Gurdwara should be built at village Bariar. Sant Ji said that time would come when it would be built. For the time being, no dera is to be built at that place. When Sant Ji came to Bariar after recovering from his disease from Chopra's house in Amritsar, I sought permission to fill up the well situated in the compound of the house, and Sant Ji allowed me to do that. All of us, including Balveer Singh, Joginderpal Singh, Balwinder Singh, along with lot of members from the Sangat, brought sand from the nearby canal and the well was filled with that. We never knew why Sant Ji so quickly agreed and allowed us to fill up that well. When Sant Ji left for his heavenly abode, he was cremated at the same place where previously existed a well, and now a Gurdwara is built on the same spot. Only a saint can understand and see in the future chain of events. What is the difference between God, Guru, and a Sikh? A religious program was organized at village Kaee. Satsang used to be held in the house of Master Bhagwan Singh, both in the night as well as in the morning. One day when morning program was over, Giani Gurnam Singh came there. He was posted as a clerk in the Deputy Commissioner's office. He requested Sant Ji to allay one of his doubts from which he could not get any satisfactory answer even after going to Radha Swami's and a saint in Ramdas. Sant Ji asked him to explain his doubt. He said that he wanted to know the difference between God, Guru and a Sikh. Sant Ji just laughed and asked him if he had ever recited Sukhmani Sahib's Gurbani. He said that he does that daily. Sant Ji just asked him to recite 18th Ashtapadi of Sukhmani Sahib and told him that in its 3rd Paudi stanza, Sadguru Ji has clarified as under: Brahm meh jan, jan meh par Brahm, ek keh aap nahi kach param. The servant is in God and God is in the servant. He himself is one, there is no doubt about this. He immediately placed his head in the lap of Sant Ji and said that all his doubts were clarified. Sant Ji said that everyone should recite Bani and should try to understand it as well by reciting it with full concentration. In Gurbani, questions are raised and then those questions are answered as well. Gurbani is capable of allaying all sorts of doubts. to remove misunderstanding of Master Mahajan of village Padda. When religious programs were being organized in whole of the area adjoining Sri Hargobindpur, one such program was held in village Padda near Dakoha at night. Sant Ji asked me to sing Baba Namdev's Shabad. I sang the following Shabad. Bilawal Gond, Bhagat Namdev Ji. आज ना मैं बीठल देखया, मूर्ख को समझाऊ रे रहाओ. पांडे तुमरी गायत्री, लोधे का खेत खाती थी. लैकर ठेगा नगरी तोरी, लांगत लांगत जाती थी. पांडे तुमरा महादेव, तावले बल्द चढ़िया आवत देखया था. मोदी के कर खाना पाका, वाका लड़का मारया था. पांडे तुमरा रामचंद, सो भी आवत देखया था. रावण सेती सरबर होई, कर की जोए गवाई थी. हिंदू अन्ना तुर्कू काना, दूहां ते ज्ञानी सियाणा. हिंदू पूजै देहुरा, मुसलमान मसीत. नामे सोई सेव्या, जह देहुरा ना मसीत. Today Namdev saw the Lord, so I will instruct the ignorant. O Pandit, O religious scholar, your Gayatri was grazing in the fields. Taking a stick, the farmer broke its leg, and now it walks with a limp. O Pandit, I saw your great god, Shiva, riding along on a white bull. In the merchant's house, a banquet was prepared for him. He killed the merchant's son. O Pandit, I saw your Ramchand coming too. He lost his wife fighting a war against Ravan. The Hindu is sightless, the Muslim has only one eye. The spiritual teacher is wiser than both of them. The Hindu worships at the temple, the Muslim at the mosque. Namdev serves that Lord who is not limited to either the temple or the mosque. In the morning, Mahajan Ji came to Kuman and met Master Teja Singh Ji to tell him that a person was organized in their village by Babaji Bariaranwale, in which Hindus were insulted by saying so many things against them. Master Ji took him along and came to the Dera at Bariar, and the whole thing was explained to Sant Ji. Sant Ji had a hearty laugh and simply said that he had not talked anything negative about any community. Actually, it should be asked from Bhagat Namdev Ji, who has written that Shabad, hymn. Mahajan and Master Ji were left with no answer. They begged their pardon and said that they were totally ignorant about that. To organize a program in village Bariar for baptism, Amrit Sanchar. In 1962, when Sant Ji came to his village to avail his leave, he invited Sant Baba Gurdit Singh Ji Nehang, Taruna Dal of Mehta, along with his Jatha, to village Bariar to organize a religious program, and at the end of that program, baptism ceremony was held. Almost all the children, family members, and many people from the village were baptized. I also took Amrit Sanchar at that time. In 1973, when he came after his second retirement, religious programs were organized. Sant Ji came to his village after his retirement. He planned to organize various religious programs in all the villages in that area. I, Kashmir Singh, also resigned from my job at Pillai in April 1973 and came back. Sant Ji expressed his displeasure at my leaving the job, but later on he pardoned me. I felt blessed that I got a chance to serve him. As per the program, me and Jathedar Gurnam Singh were asked to go to the villages where programs were to be organized, and were asked to meet the organizers to convey them the date and time. The organizers would be requested not to arrange any kind of sound system, tea or prasad, etc. They were to be told that Sangat would bring everything along with them. We got ample chance to sing the Kirtan, which we had learnt at Pillai. Me along with Master Sukhdev Singh and a few others from Pillai like Pai Atma Singh, Pai Tanna Singh also used to accompany on these programs. After these programs were over, early morning hymn singing parties, Prabhat Fairies, were started to celebrate the birth anniversary of Bhagat Namdev Ji, and hymns from his Bani used to be sung. Baba Ram Singh, president of Gurdwara Tapyana Sahib, the meditational place of Baba Namdev Ji, and Baba Namdev Darbar Committee were asked to associate and cooperate in these morning hymn singing parties, which were planned to be held in whole of the area. During these very days only, Sardar Santokh Singh, line superintendent in electrical board, was transferred in this area. Earlier he was posted in Mehta. He facilitated a meeting of Sant Ji with Sant Kartar Singh Ji Bariaranwale, and then both of the saints jointly organized a lot many preaching programs in Kumaon area. Whole of the area was divided into 4 zones to organize the Amrit Sanchar ceremony baptism. Almost 2,000 people were baptized in whole of the area. SGPC also sent their matador vehicles in these programs. All the programs were held with great pomp and show. This formidable duo, that is Sant Kartar Singh Ji Bariaranwale and Sant Kartar Singh Ji Khalsa Bhindranwale, joined hands in such a way that a great movement was initiated to preach the tenets of Guru Sahib. 37 Nagar Kirtans, religious processions, were organized by the Taksaal of Mehta. Sant Kartar Singh Ji played a major role in making them a big success. Sant Ji took Sant Khalsa Ji to Palai Nagar, and the welcome he was accorded cannot be described in words. Then it became a routine sentence of Sant Khalsa Ji to say that if anyone wants to learn how to render service or how to respect the Sangat, he should go and learn it from Pilai's Sangat. To cure Sikandar Singh from an incurable disease. In 1960, Sant Ji's younger brother, Shingara Singh, was Sarpanch of the village Bariar. He was father of Kashmir Singh. He came back to the village after he was released from the prison. He was arrested in the Punjabi Suba Morcha movement. Just after when he came, a person was murdered in a quarrel over the distribution of canal water. Shingara Singh was at his tube well when that fight took place. The opposite party, being close to Sardar Sikandar Singh, local politician, succeeded in falsely implicating Sardar Shingara Singh in that murder case. Though he was totally innocent, still he was convicted and had to complete his sentence. After some time, Sikandar Singh fell seriously ill, so much so that he was completely bedridden. Maternal uncle, Mamaji, of Master Sukhdev Singh, Sardar Chanan Singh Ji, Checker, was a frequent visitor to Bariar and was also known to Sikandar Singh. He asked him to hold a satsang of Sant Ji Bariaranwale in his house and beg his pardon for his mistake by doing ardas supplication in the Sangat. So a program was organized at village Machrawa. Pai Tanna Singh and Pai Atma Singh also went along with the Sangat. Kashmir Singh performed Kirtan. Sant Ji also rendered his religious discourse. Sikandar Singh was in great agony at that time, and all through the program he kept lying in the Sangat, as he was unable to sit. In Ardas, Sadguru Ji was requested to bestow him with good health. Later on, Sardar Sikandar Singh begged forgiveness and admitted that he did great injustice with Sant Ji's family. Soon after that, he was cured, and later on he always used to participate in the Sangat during various programs of preachings, whenever and wherever those would be held in that area by Sant Ji. Water should be offered with great love and affection to everyone, and even to the people who belong to the opposite party. As mentioned above, during the quarrel in Bariar, those people who falsely deposed as witnesses against Sant Ji's younger brother and my Kashmir Singh's father, Shingara Singh, who had to undergo 20 years of imprisonment, Sant Ji told all the family members not to nurture any ill will against any of them. He said that Sadguru Ji was great and would do justice himself. The son of one of the main witnesses got seriously injured by falling into the wheels of a well. He was taken to Amritsar, where he died in the hospital. When his dead body was being brought back, their car developed some snag just near Sant Ji's Dera, house built in the fields away from village. It was indeed very hot on that day. When Sant Ji saw them, he himself took cold water in a bucket and walked up to them to offer them cold water for drinking. They were all ashamed. Sant Ji shared his grief on the death of their child and made them to drink cold water. Later on, all those families of the witnesses suffered heavy casualties by fighting with each other. Sant Ji's word that Sadhguru Ji would do justice came true. Sardar Sikandar Singh was also one of them, who suffered a lot. Gurbani verse says, Farida bure da bhala kar, gussa man na hadai, dehi rog na lag gayi, palle sab kich paye. Farid, answer evil with goodness. Do not fill your mind with anger. Your body shall not suffer from any disease, and you shall obtain everything. Farida, jete maran mukiyan, tina na mare kum, apanana kar jaiye, pair tina de chum. Farid, if anyone beats you with fists, don't beat them in return. Rather, go to his house and bow at his feet. That was the spiritual power of Sant Ji, which he acquired by doing extensive meditation throughout his life. Rachant ji rachna, maat garab asthapanang, saas saas simrant nanak, maha agan na binasanang. Creating the soul, the Lord places this creation in the womb of the mother. With each and every breath, it meditates in the remembrance of the Lord. O Nanak, it is not consumed by the great fire. Not to allow Nakli Nirankaris to come to Kumaon village. In 1974 to 1975, the false Nakli Nirankari Gurbachana fixed a program to come to Kumaon. Papaji came to know a day before that next morning he was coming to Kumaon. Papaji made a plan so as to stop him from reaching their area. Papaji explained his plan in detail to all of us. As per the plan, during that very night itself, everything was organized. I, Kashmir Singh, along with Gurnam Singh, Sardar Santokh Singh Sohal, Balbir Singh and few others were involved in the execution of the plan. The in charge of the police force at Kumaon was a Gurmukh person, follower of Sikh tenets. He called me and requested that Gurbachana should be stopped on the way before reaching Kumaon. So all the roads leading to Kumaon were blocked and langar was started at Kumaon. When Nakli Nirankari was trying to reach Kumaon from Beas via village Sathyala Butala, a large crowd was collected at village Darhewali. As soon as his vehicle reached there, the Singhs, baptized Sikhs, stopped him. In panic, hurriedly they reversed their vehicles and fled away and went back. This way he was not allowed to reach Kumaon. Sant Kartar Singh Ji Bariaranwale was doing Katha religious discourse at Manji Sahib at that time. When he came to know about the whole episode, he simply said that Babaji, Papaji is too courageous. He said that it was all because of the power of his Simran, meditate on the Naam, in which he remains absorbed all through day and night. The movement against Nakli Nirankaris, which later on spread across whole of the state of Punjab, was actually started from Kumaon by none other than Sant Ji himself. Sant Ji constructed a Gurdwara in Bhutan at Pun Chaling. When Sant Ji was serving in Border Road Department and was posted in Bhutan, he managed to build a Gurdwara in Bhutan and later organized a Samagam religious congregation with the help of Singhs. Master Sukhdev Singh was called from Punjab. Pai Balbir Singh and Pai Bikram Singh were called from Pillai. Considering those times in mind, it can be said that it was indeed a big Samagam, which was organized in that far-off area. A few years ago, some people from village Bariar went to Bhutan to work in a company situated at that place. They went to pay their obeisance at Gurdwara at Pun Chaling, Bengal. The priest Granthi Singh there asked them where had they come from. When they told him that they had come from village Bariar near Kumaon of district Gurdaspur, then that priest told them the whole story of how that Gurdwara was built by Sant Ji in those times. The whole episode, which has already been written above, was described by Bhai Pagel Singh, son of Sardar Bakshish Singh. Sant Ji had constructed 4 quarters adjoining the Gurdwara at Punchaling. As narrated by Pagel Singh, the Granthi Singh of that Gurdwara showered lot of love and affection on all of them. He said that they could never ever imagine that they could be showered with such a great love and respect in that remote area. It could happen only because they were from Sant Ji's village. The respect they were given is unforgettable. They could feel the respect and love which Sant Ji still commanded in that area. They were feeling proud of themselves to be born in a village which has such a great heritage. End of audiobook, part 9.